about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Whoa, we're here, I guess, already. A little intro, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Circle Debate, IR, Cage My IQ, Championship on the Line, UFC, MMA podcast, ladies and gentlemen. The host of TV is what I've been seeing. Of course, here with my other host, mi familia, the greatest right here, my blood and my sangre and my all, the greatest MMA podcasters right here, the greatest MMA podcast in Southern California, baby. Let me go ahead and introduce, of course, the man with the IQ that I don't know what Endeavor had in mind, but hey, it is what it is, right? But we're not talking about that right now. But yes, because we're talking about MMA, we're not talking about the other stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, Dan Bakley, what is going on, Bakley?
Not much. We had a crazy weekend, WrestleMania. We had a lot going on, and now we got a UFC card in Miami. So, which is very cool, a very good venue to have a card, of course, with Jorge Masvidal in the co-main event. So, I'm looking forward to that. How about you guys?
Oh, absolutely. And, of course, I got the man that brings out that rage out of you in that cage because he brings a lot of pain, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, a phenomenal one himself, no pun intended, AJ Styles, but he is a phenomenal one himself. Coach Rage, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. And, of course, the host with the most from coast to coast, as he is still waking up. He's having his coffee. I could tell that he's kind of still wakey.
And in celebration of my homegirl's actual win, I got my custom KGB coffee mug.
There we go.
With the queen right there. That was at Invicta 16. I don't know how to hold cameras. There we go.
I see it. There you go.
I love this cup. I know she lost that fight, but she won that fight. I don't give a shit.
The director himself. The director himself, the host, the most, Chris Cunningham. That's right.
287, the first pay-per-view of April. I am absolutely excited for this. We've got Pereira and Adesanya in their first MMA rematch and their second rematch overall. And, this is almost the title for the Street Jesus, Burns versus Masvidal. And that's going to be a fight. It's of all the fights that have ever happened, that will be one of them.
Absolutely. Well, man, let's talk about it. Let's get into the action for the UFC 287. Adesanya and Pereira, two? This is like 10, right?
Technically 4, but literally 2.
Yeah.
All right. Well, take it away, director. What do we got? Break it down.
Man, look at this shit. We have the youngest fighter in UFC history, younger than Dan Lozon, younger than Sage Northcutt, much like Bo Nichols, making his pay-per-view debut on the main card in his second UFC fight. If you want to count this Contender Series, third or fourth fight, but opening up the main card no less against Christian Rodriguez. This is going to be a good fight for both of these guys. Obviously, everyone is rooting for Raul Rosas. They definitely see him as the future of the sport, including himself. He is undefeated. With Christian Rodriguez, this is his second UFC fight. He is batting 500 right now. Lost his debut, but he won his second fight. Their experience is very similar. I kind of think that Rodriguez could get it done, but Rosas' wrestling is just unheard of right now at that age. So I'm going to give Rosas – I'm going to have to say the submission round 1 on this one. It's going to be very similar to that Bo Nichols fight where he just gets position before submission, takes him down, and it's just short work for him. And he moves up to top 10 after this because I think Dana White wants that to be the path for this young guy. So Rosas, submission, round 1.
Okay. All right. So, I'll go very quick. Rosas, right away. You know why? Because this man right here was right beside me. Where's he at? Where is he? That way.
It's the opposite of what you think.
It's the other way. That way. There you go. That way. Right there. That man. Because of that man, Coach Rage right there. That's why I'm choosing this young, upcoming star in the world of MMA. And, the director mentioned it very well. Rosas' last fight against Bo Nichols, he really showed up.
Not his fight against Bo Nichols. He just has a very similar style to Bo Nichols.
Thank you.
And he's debuting on the pay-per-view in his second fight.
In the main card.
Main card, yeah. where Bo had the same thing happen to him.
I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for Rosas. He's getting his opportunity. And
He's gonna buy his mom another Pathfinder or Range Rover or whatever. whatever he wanted his first fight. He says, "I buy my mom a minivan," and he fucking went out and did it.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I'm excited for Rosas. I got him round 1 submission. That's what I got him for. I think this kid's gonna show up. He's gonna. I'm just happy for the kid, and he deserves to be in that spotlight. And I'm like I said, there's not much I can really say, man. As I can say. Take it away, Bagley. What you got for us?
He's the Aaron Pico that should have been. That's for sure.
Yeah, I won't take too long because I know Coach probably has a lot to say about this one. But I'm going with Raul Rosas as well. I'm going with first round sub. I'm just gonna say the UFC is riding high on this guy. They need to build another young face. You think of guys like John Jones. He was a young face. They want to build. Bo Nickel has that name right there. He's a little bit older. But you got a kid right here, basically a shade of 18. What better way to produce a new face of the company for the future than a guy that's just getting out of high school in the next year? If he wins, they're hoping that he wins because they want to build off of him and the youth. And I think he could get it done with the wrestling, the grappling. Both of these guys, just like Chris said, have similar styles in some sense, but I just like the tenacity of Rosas. And the only thing that I'd be kind of hesitant about is his patience, because if any young fighter, they're going to try and go in there and just rush it and try and get it done. And as you get older, that's where you get the patience to just go through the flow. But I feel like he's still going to be able to get it done. I think he has the better pedigree. He has the better skills. And I think he makes Christian tap out.
All right, phenomenal one.
So we're all on the same page here. I'm biased. I know Raul. I know his dad.
What's his name?
So yeah, his dad's name. That's funny. Okay. Do I need to explain that joke, or people should be able to get that he's a junior, so his dad's Raul? Okay. Yeah, so I think Raul's gonna get it done. I do think Christian is gonna be a tough opponent, though. I think Christian's pretty well rounded. So I think he's gonna make it through the first round, and I think Raul will finish it by submission in round 2.
I like that. I think Christian's a lot tougher than we probably give him credit for. So the round 1 for me is a safe bet, but round 2 definitely seems more realistic.
I don't think he's going to get ranked right away. I hope he doesn't.
Right.
I hope they take a little bit of time to develop this kid and give him a few more unranked opponents, because it would be disastrous if he got a top 10 ranking right away and started running with the big dogs. That he's got plenty of time. He's got plenty of time to grow and develop and get up there, and that would be the smart thing to do. But we'll see.
So you want him to take like the Shavkat path rather than, of course, the other path where you just shoot him on up. You want him to slow step it up. Yeah,
because you cannot. He's 18. There's
barely,
there's only so much experience. And he's good and he's ready and okay, but let's take a couple years and let you grow into your body at least, right?
I'm just afraid that, just like I said, with them, I feel like they're going to want him to be the face, so they're going to try and rush it. Like if he's dominating guys, how do you hold him back?
Yeah.
If he gets 3 wins in the next year and a half.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised with a win if he debuts at 15, but he can't. I was using hyperbole when I said he debuts at 10 after this fight. That's definitely not going to happen because he's not even fighting a guy who's in the 15.
Right.
But when you look at the guys in the top, the bottom 5 of the 15, I guess is what it's called. There's some killers just in there alone.
Yes.
Well, you have two Nurmagomedovs in the top 15 of this division.
Exactly. 135 and 155 are deep divisions. So
some of the best divisions right now, like that.
We're going to talk about a matchup in not the next one, but the fight after the next one with two top 15 guys in this division, and they are at the bottom half of the top 15.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What do we got next, director?
If you got the graphic, I've got Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. I love Santiago so much, but I love Kevin Holland a lot. Kevin Holland still has some of my favorite in-ring commentary of any fighter ever. When he knocked out Jacare from his guard and said, I had a dream about this. And he hit him with a hammer fist and knocked him out. Bro, I love everything about this guy except for his reckless abandon, which I know that he's fine-tuning. That Khamzat Chimaev fight, that he couldn't do anything about that. There's no way he could have ever been able to be ready for that fight, no matter how prepared he was, in my opinion, especially on short notice. This is a completely different.
Can I interrupt and say, everyone, fuck you on April's Fools, because they got me a few times on social media. So
I don't know what I thought.
What happened? What they do?
Chimaev was stepping in to fight Izzy because Potan got a spider bite.
The camera.
I was like, shit, is this really happening? Oh fuck, it's April Fool's. Oh, okay. So,
fucking assholes.
Fuck all y'all.
It was him and Glover, right?
It's always been, that was that fucking face app from TikTok where it puts a spider on your face. I love that app. I know what you're talking about now. That shit was funny. But yeah, this is, the only professional fighter from Argentina in the UFC in Santiago Ponzinibbio. I
think
is there a woman?
There might be
more. Maybe he was the first. He was definitely the first.
He was the first
for sure. And he's got killer hands and great aggression that's going to play right into Kevin Holland's creativity, if you will. But I think Ponzinibbio hits as hard, if not harder, than anyone in the welterweight division, especially with one-shot punch power. And I think he uses his technique to land just that one shot, and I think that's what he's going to do this fight. And I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a second-round TKO by Ponzinibbio in this fight. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with technique and power over a wild, creative fighter like Kevin Holland.
I'm with you. I'm going to stick with you on that one, director. I don't want to copy you too much, but you're right.
Just change it up a little bit.
The only thing I would say, you valid points. And I feel like this is Holland's. I know Holland needs his win, man. There's already two losses in a row.
This is Kevin Holland has third fight protection, though. I guarantee you, if this is a good enough fight, he will not be cut on this loss.
Okay, I hope it's gonna be a good fight. I think it should be a good fight. Whoa! Look, there you go. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's right.
I definitely think you're talking about Ponzinibbio, but okay.
That's right. But yes, we are live on Twitch as well, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. I wanted to say very brief. Shout out, of course, to Adnan. We got, of course, Nick, Universal Wrestling Podcast. Of course, Tom, Australia, the future broadcast.
Yeah, I love when we get the pro wrestling crew over here. That's my favorite thing.
Yes, the Will Gray, what is going on, my brother Will? The banger of all bangers. Oh, man. Street Nation. What's going on, Streets? That's right. Oh, who's this? I don't know who this chick is, but yeah, let's disregard that.
I think is that one of yours, Rage?
She is now.
Now it is now.
That's amazing.
But I won't choose second round. I feel this could be, honestly, it could be the third round. I think Ponzinibbio could win it in the third round.
That's how Santiago beat. Morano. That was a great fight.
Yes, that was a good fight. That was a good fight. That was like 282, UFC 282, right? That was
recent. That was only a couple months ago.
That was a catch. I think that was just catch weight. I believe so it was.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that fight. So yeah, Ponzinibbio impressed me in that last fight, and I think he could do it again on this one. I think he could TKO Holland. Holland's gonna go wild in the first round. I can see that happening already. But I think I don't know how his cardio is completely, but I think if he's gonna go really drastically all in the first round, I think Ponzinibio's gonna play smart, strategize, and how director mentioned technique. And I think we're gonna see that in the third round. I see TKO. That's what I see. Take it away, Bakley.
This one's going to be fun because he's definitely the more skilled fighter. I think Kevin Holland, he has all the skill there. He just doesn't know how to use everything in the tool bag because he trains everything. He just doesn't know how to put everything together. And one of the weaknesses with Santiago is the fact that he's a slow starter and he gets hit a lot. He really doesn't have that much of a defense. So I feel like with Kevin Holland coming in guns blazing, he could catch him in the first round and finish him there because I've seen 2-3 fights where Ponzinibbio has been stunned in the first round. You look at Miguel Baeza fight, he got stunned in the first, but then Miguel Baeza slowed down, wasn't able to finish him. He wasn't much of a finisher, and then allowed Ponzinibbio to come back into the fight and take over halfway through round 2 and then round 3. He builds the momentum up over time. So it's going to be a matter of can Kevin Holland get him out early, because if he doesn't, it's going to be Ponzinibbio because you'll start getting going, start getting that momentum. But I feel like Holland's going to catch him in the first round. I think he's going to get that first round TKO. He hits hard. He reminds me of like the MMA version of Deontay Wilder with that knockout power and no skill, but he has
right. It's the hair.
And he has because you see him throw, like he doesn't have the skill, but he has the power where he can knock you out. And it's been kind of like just like his trick, I guess you would say, in the UFC.
Bo knows. I love Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Yep, a good friend of mine. But I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go. I feel like that's an upset. I don't think he should be class 2A.
Bo Jackson game. That's how old I am. I've seen Bo Jackson play baseball in person. It was a pop-up fly out for his one at bat, and I was fucking disappointed.
I feel like the line should be flipped here, but they're going by just like the highlight reel of Kevin Holland. How he wins is those highlight knockouts or submissions, whereas Santiago, he's more of a grinder. I feel like.
Okay. All right, Coach.
I think this all comes down to what's going on in Kevin's head. Kevin's been having a hard time. Dana has made it really clear that Dana really likes Kevin. If Kevin's head is right, I do think he's gonna come out on top. I don't think this either guy finds the finish. I think it's going to go the distance, and it might even be a split decision, but I do think Kevin's going to pull it out, assuming his head's on straight.
So what I want to do is, more often than not, we'll hear of some altercation backstage where Kevin Holland and someone else are yelling at each other or getting into a scuffle. I know it happened with like Nate Diaz. It's happened with Chimaev every time they're ever in the same building. It happened again this past weekend with I'm not too sure who, but I want to know. I want to connect.
It was Masvidal. Yeah.
I want to connect every time he's lost to every time that happens, because when you say his head's not in the game, it's definitely in the game backstage, and maybe it gets left backstage. I need to like see the
that would actually be really, really interesting data.
Yeah,
that would be.
I think it's staged. I think it's staged to try and get like
every time
eyes on. I think every time
it's so easy to. Yeah. It's so easy to do. It's really easy to with fighters like
to stage or to just set them off.
Both.
Yeah.
Either.
I think it's just to get the eyes on the product and get people talking about the event.
But the way Kevin is, man, right? Look at how he talks in the ring during the fight, right?
Yeah.
He I don't think he has a filter between his brain and his mouth. I think shit just falls out of his mouth, and shit pops off. I think it's funny. It's funny, but I can't let that slide. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. But I don't know. I'm speculating. But hey, Ponzinibbio, he did have that one spectacular knockout, and I see his face, but I can't remember his name.
Gunnar Nelson?
Who?
Gunnar Nelson? No.
No.
Not the last fight with Morano. I know Neil Magny was a great one.
Neil Magny. Because Neil is hard to put away, and Ponzinibbio, just beautiful straight right hand cross, turned it over, turned his hips, stepped deep, bang. But man, I don't know. I just don't see either of these guys getting the finish. And I hope it's going to be a great fight. I really think I think it will be. But and how's Ponzinibbio doing on the Father Time clock there? What's his age?
I had that up.
He is 36.
Yeah. Okay. So
with
that stuff sneaks up on you quick.
With 35 fights.
Is the question, how do you feel about Kevin Holland's grappling in this? Because he's done it the past 2 or 3 fights where he's tried to use the submission game.
Yeah, I think Kevin has the edge there. I think Kevin has the edge in the grappling. I don't think he's going to I don't think he's going to be able to submit. But I think that's actually how he's going to eke out that split decision win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I hope I'm wrong, because all you all had a much more exciting fight to watch than what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I hope I'm wrong.
But let's hope that this fight will actually be a sleeper. It could be. Hopefully, maybe we could get a performance of the night from this.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome to have. That'd be great. For both of these guys, get some bonus. Why not? I think they both kind of deserve it as well as Holland. Because it's Dana's boy, and I know he has mental issues, but hopefully this could be a performance of the night for him. And
a fighter with mental issues? What?
Who would have thought?
No.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like both these guys. I like both of them.
Yeah, I do. What do we got next, director?
We got Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez in the bantamweight division, another bantamweight fight. These guys have very similar records, but when you look at the finishing rate of Yanez, holy fucking shit. He's got 12 finishes, 10 knockouts, and he is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fight win streak. I think Adrian Yanez is going to be the first person to stop Rob Font by knockout, and I think he gets it done in 1.
What? Whoa! Wait a minute. Wait, what?
That's what Yanez is predicting also, by the way.
Look at the finishing rate, man. His finishes are all first round, second round, third round, first round head kick, first round 39 seconds on the Contender Series. Going a little bit earlier, first round, second round, first round. All of his finishes come usually less than 3 rounds. And with the confidence going into this and being undefeated in the UFC and a similar record to Rob Font and the miles that Rob Font has, and on a 2-fight losing streak against Aldo and Vera, I don't see this as an upset. It just is a moneymaker, in my opinion. I sound like Yanni the Greek.
It's not even a spoiler; it's a prediction right away.
Yeah, that's just what I see. I didn't even know Yanez said that, but I believe that he said it because I believe it'll happen.
I mean, you're not wrong though, because I mean, look how many performances of the fight of the night. You had 3 performances of the night, 4 performances of the night, 1 fight of the night, and Jesus, man, shit.
I just think
not wrong.
He's real slick right now, and Font is almost a journeyman at this point.
What's the age difference between these two guys? Let's see. You got Font's 35 and Yanez is 29.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, age is only a number, right? Yeah, I mean,
the records are similar. I mean, Rob's pushing to 19-6 versus a 16-6 or 16-3.
16-3.
That's kind of similar, I guess, in a way. But yeah, I just think that Yanez has the technique and he's not as road worn and hasn't been finished. I mean, at all either. So not crazy.
And I don't think this loss will even affect Font if he loses anyways, even though he's on a 2
For him, it's his third in a row. So, I mean, that was against Marlon Vera and Jose Aldo, title and title.
Well, those are two title contenders, Jose Aldo, former, legend himself, and Vera. I mean, you said round 1, TKO, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying, I would almost say KO, but let's go TKO.
Okay. Bullshit. Chivas, I'm gonna go with Giannis. I'll take.
He's the favorite. Look at this.
I know that. I see that. I've noticed it's plus 50, minus 180. And of course,
it's close-ish, but it's not fucking crazy. I'm not pulling Izzy.
I ain't saying you're crazy, man. I'm with you, man. I'm just like, you're just digressing. Like, not even digressing. You just spit facts. So it's like, I got no rebuttal to it. All I gotta say is Giannis, second round, KO. That's what I say.
All right.
That's it. Second round, KO. Damn, director, it's hot today. It's been a minute he hasn't been here. Oh, yeah, man. That's what I love about it when he's here.
He's coming in guns blazing.
I just like this fight. I like this. This might be fight of the. I don't think it's going to be performance of the night.
Could be fight of the night? You think it's going to be fight of the night?
No, because that generally has to go more than 14 minutes for it to be fight of the night.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what, fight of the night? No.
Very rare a finished fight gets a performance bonus like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. But yeah, that's what I got. Bakley, what you got, brother?
I'm very much looking forward to this fight. Of course, I am a little biased because I studied a lot of Adrian Yanez. I had him on a year and a half ago, right before.
He looks like a fucking Pettis brother. Look at this guy with the chin strap and everything. Where's the gold chain? Where's the gold chain and his kid's tattoo on his chest?
He studied under Saul Solis before he passed away last year.
Local boy.
From Houston, Texas, a big-time boxer. He starts out very slow. He usually audibles right away in fights. And then one of the things I really like about him is his coaches know how to reel him in, get him focused, starting round 2. And then he just comes out and boom. Like he could get rocked, come in round 2, be fresh as ever. And then he just hits the turbo button and then just hits you with all those combinations. You got Rob Font. He's tall for the division. He knows how to use the jab. He doesn't put that much on his punches. That's why he's able to land a lot. He usually puts like 50 to 70% of power into it. That's why you never see him knock anybody out because he's not throwing 100%. He takes a little bit off so he can throw more, but then it punishes you throughout the fight. So you see the Cody Garbrandt one. He was able to do it in that. But then against guys that are quicker than him, that can move faster than him, you see the last couple fights he's on the losing streak. That's why he loses. Because he's not able to get guys out early on when he gets that early lead. And then they just punish on him. He takes damage, but he can take it and not get knocked down. So as much as I want to take round 2 finished by Yanez, because I know he can do it, I know that Rob Font can take the damage and keep on moving forward. So I got Yanez winning the fight by decision. I still think he dominates the fight, because he's going to throw a lot more combinations. He's going to give him different looks. He's going to come at him from different angles instead of just staying in front of him. He's going to come in, attack the face, then throw his second punches usually to the stomach. He likes to go jab and then to the stomach, and then he moves around, ducks, and keeps on going. It's just that he's a slow starter because of the audibles that he likes to call before he starts listening to his coach. So I think early Rob Font could catch him. It's just that he doesn't have the power. So I got to go with Yanez here by decision.
Okay. Love that.
I like that. That's cool. I get that.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm the black sheep here. So kind of have a history of both these guys. I won't get into it too much, but they've each fought guys that I've either trained or trained with. Or Yanez can box. Boy's got hands, and he's got good head movement. He's got good footwork. However, if we look at the strength of schedule of who Rob Font has fought and the amount of time in the UFC, and even the guy, the people that he's lost to are outstanding, and they were decision losses. They weren't catastrophic losses. Yanez has good hands, but not terribly well rounded. So I think the experience, you got to give it to Font, and I think it's gonna go the distance, and I think Rob is gonna get the decision.
I cannot wait to the chat on Saturday to lighten that up. I cannot wait. That's gonna be exciting. Oh,
do you think he's gonna try and hold Giannis up against the cage?
No, I think it's just going to be MMA. I think both guys can box. Giannis is a slightly better boxer. Rob Font is a very good MMA striker, but putting the striking with the grappling, Font does it better. And if you want to stymie the boxing, you mix in the takedowns, you mix in the clinches. So it's just, and the other thing is, Yanez he's new to the game. Yeah, he's hot right now and he's on a winning streak, but he's kind of been running through some cans. Some of the guys, they were
Davey
easy.
Grant. Hey, Davey Grant. I mean,
okay, yeah. I don't want to name names, but some of the guys, that he knocked out were pretty fucking easy to knock out.
I would say like 2 of the last 3 fights, he had motivation because guys talking shit on him, and then he kind of upped his game up. But then Rob Fon's not going to do that.
I hope he hears this and it has some motivation, because
Tony Kelly fight, that was, I mean, we could talk about that controversially. That was the outwardly racist guy that got knocked the fuck out and then protested it. So yeah, that was definitely motivation. No shame in bringing that up because he retired. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, I mean, I like it when fighters fight. I like it when.
That's my favorite part about this whole sport is the fight.
It's like, oh, I don't like that guy. Good. Go hurt him. That's what we're paying you for.
Absolutely love it.
But I like both these guys. The one thing, everything that all you all have said, I don't disagree with. Right? He's hot. He's got the streak. He's got the powers. But I just think I think the strength of schedule and the experience, you got to give it to Rob. And Rob is just on the cusp of getting old. He's not old, but he's right there. So
he just can't let Giannis get going, because once he starts getting that speed and his combinations going.
Well, and that I could be completely wrong, right? Yeah. It could just be that Giannis just has too much speed power and is just too slick. But my gut says you got to give the old dog some credit.
I feel like he's definitely going to try and use that distance game with that reach and the jab that he is tremendous at. I feel like he's going to try and keep that and keep Giannis at a distance as much as possible.
I'm looking forward. Cannot wait, man. What do we got next, Director?
Oh my God, we have. I mean, I don't know if this is a blood feud, but there's definitely a feud. We have Gilbert the Fire Burns versus Street Jesus Jorge Masvidal in a welterweight. I don't know if this is considered a title eliminator. I know Kobe's sitting
this is a money fight.
This is definitely for the BMF title that Jorge, doesn't have anymore because he lost it to Usman. If you're gonna follow linear title, title reigns, I guess technically Leon Edwards currently is the BMF title holder, so I'm totally cool with that. Wow, this fight is going to be good until Burns stops him with a sub in round 2. That's my prediction. I think that Burns is just a lot better. That people give Burns a lot of credit, and I still don't think it's enough credit. I think that what he did to Magny, as fast as he did it, was amazing, considering I don't think Magny is a slouch on the ground. How he was able to hang in that fight with Chimaev.
That was awesome.
It shouldn't have gone that far. Like, Gilbert Burns is better than even that fight reflects. I just think Masvidal is going to look for that knockout, and I don't think that he's just going to want to go anywhere near the ground, and that's exactly where I think Burns wants to take this one. So I'm going to go round 2. I might even say I see like a head and arm triangle for some reason. I see like a level change off a couple punches up against the cage, past the guard, moves around the fence, creates the space, and clocks it in.
It's crazy because this could be potentially the last fight of Masvidal.
Look at the money on this fight. Jesus Christ.
I know. Look at that.
Holy fuck. We are giving him no points on the dollar for this.
No.
I mean, this is his third loss in a row, and they're all against former title contenders, so cool. But fuck, man, that is a wild odds, in my opinion.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why.
Yeah, I mean, Burns is that good for damn sure, but Jesus Christ, that's like no chance in hell. That's Vince McMahon coming out.
That's part of the reason, but it's what type of fighter that Gilbert Burns is and what Masvidal has struggled with these last few fights.
Masvidal's struggling with the hands. He's not getting tapped. He hasn't been tapped in a while. It's not like he's sitting here getting subbed.
He just gets taken down so easily. You look at, I would say Usman was able to take him down a little bit, but he was more so pushing him against the cage and then just elbowing him.
Dirty boxing, using wrestling to get to dirty boxing, which isn't really a ground game. That's a mid-control game.
But then Kobe took him down very easily with the wrestling. And we never so, but
and then he got boss. I don't think it was Toby Amada. What's it, Toby Amada? Holy shit. It was Toby Amada. Holy fuck. It's been 13 years, I think, since he's been subbed to that reverse triangle back, and that was a highlight reel forever.
But then he got Gilbert Burns. I watched his fight against Stephen Thompson, the way he was able to just game plan for that fight. He knew that he would have to go for the single leg and then transition to the double leg to get him down. And he basically took him down several times.
Where Jorge had slight problems with slightly better grapplers, he's going to have major problems with a superior grappler, and I agree with that for sure.
I think this is going to decision. I think Burns takes it by decision because Jorge is the better striker, definitely in this matchup. Gilbert Burns is no slouch with it, but he gets KO happy. He tries to swing and trade with his opponent too much instead of transitioning from his striking to his grappling and vice versa, and sticking to that.
Exactly how he lost. I think with that Usman fight, he got trigger happy on that jab or whatever it was. And he was like, "Oh, I got this in round 2," and then in fact he did not.
And Jorge Masvidal, he's a very smart guy. Like he talked about the fight against Ben Askren, how he knew he had to come at him on an angle to catch him, and then when he did, Askren ducked his head because he was going to transition down, and that's why he threw the knee. So he is a smart guy, and I'm gonna get flack for this, but I feel like he is the street version of Kevin Holland, where he doesn't know how to use the skills in the octagon that he has and put it all together. Because we see him have these highlight reels, but then he loses a lot, and he's done it in 2 different weight classes. It's just that he's a big name. He knows how to talk shit, hype a fight up. That's why I say this is a money fight for Gilbert Burns, because right now, at the time, he wasn't going to get the title fight because of the fact that Usman could have won it, and he's already lost to Usman.
Yep.
But the Leon Edwards factor, which was beforehand, allows him to actually get that title shot again. But he wants to do this for money. He wins this, it does position him in the chance to go after the belt again. But he's making the money on this one, knowing that Masvidal has the namesake to make a lot of money in this. So he's going to get the money, win this, and then go for the belt. And I just think he's a better overall MMA fighter than Masvidal. And I don't think he knocks him out. I don't think he submits him. But I do think he basically grapples his way to victory. I think he's going to try and keep this fight on the ground, knowing that Masvidal has that KO power.
My thing is this. It's just like that fucking division is stacked. For Burns, even if I choose right now, okay, like very, very quick. Of course, this could be potentially Masvidal's last fight. You mentioned already on his press conference today earlier. He mentioned this could be his last fight. If he can't beat Burns, then he might as well just call it quits. For him to say that, is this could be a potential retirement.
What better way to do it than in Miami?
Well, of course, in his hometown. And good for him. You know, so win or lose for him, hey, you did wonders in the octagon. And maybe it's time to go. Maybe it is time to hang up the gloves. This is going to be a good money fight. I'll tell you that. The shit talking, like just hearing Masvidal say, "Yep, dead man walking there." Gilbert Burns, dead man walking. Oh man, so it's like It's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait to see this. This is gonna be a really good fight. But man, it's like fuck. Look at the odds, man. Jesus. Ah, I've never seen odds
young, for sure.
Oh, wait till we get to the main event, and then we'll talk about the odds right there. But here, Burns, okay, we got Burns at 5th over in the rankings overall.
Yeah,
we talked about this the last time when the last UFC event we did. That fucking rankings ain't moving nowhere. It's just staying where it's at. I don't see Burns anytime soon getting a title shot if he wins this fight. I don't see it anytime soon. I don't know what he's gonna do with him. If he wins.
And then you got Shavkat trash talking Shemaev now on Twitter.
Oh,
that just started.
You already know that's where we're heading with that direction.
Yes.
And you still have Bill Muhammad. I don't know if he's fighting. I don't know if he's booked. But, he's up there. He's on number 4.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Covington Usman. That's already been booked already. But
you got Covington, and Covington's supposed to be fighting Edwards, but then Edwards,
that's right. Edwards.
He doesn't want to sign on the dotted line, but they're targeting it for London again in July.
Jesus.
Ooh, that's very soon. It's very soon.
Yeah, that's very, very soon.
Yeah.
I see why I'm coming to do that fucking prick. I already know, fucking asshole. I got Burns, man. I got, director chose triangle. I chose rear naked choke, and I say in the 3rd round. I say the 3rd round. Who do you got, Coach?
What's up, Coach?
I actually agree with these odds. The way I see this, Street Jesus is done, and how fitting that it's on the day between Good Friday and Easter that he died for us. That's right. See, yeah, I think this is all business. I think this is all we need to fill a spot. We're in Miami. Both these guys want to make money in Miami. They got friends and family and fans. I actually think.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back. Keep going.
I actually think Burns is going to win round 1 knockout.
Ooh.
Because Burns has vicious power, and Masvidal has not. I can't. When's the last time we've seen him not look bad? Like, his last 3 losses have just looked like, wow, how is this guy even in the UFC anymore? He's ancient in terms of fighting age. He's had an incredibly long career. He knows that it's time to retire, and there's no secret. So I think the company knows what they're doing. I think this is just a cash out, and we got to give something to Burns to keep him busy. But I think Burns crucifies Street Jesus.
And you know what? I didn't thought about it till you mentioned it, and especially like you mentioned that it's Easter Sunday weekend, and he comes up Street Jesus. That made sense. It all makes sense. Like, this is all business strategic. Fucking Dana White, man.
He's gonna go in there and try and look for the knockout. Being in Miami, he's gonna try and get started early, be aggressive. He's gonna live and die by a sword right now in this fight. That's what he's gonna do. It's crazy to think that he's had all these high profile fights when he's only in the division. He's 7-7 since moving to welterweight. He's 500, and if he loses this, he'd be 7-8.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Masvidal looked awful against Kobe Covington. He looked pathetic against Usman. Oh my God. Okay, he looked good against Ben Askren and Nate Diaz. Okay. Darren Till was.
I think he came from behind in the Darren Till fight.
Well, he landed an unexpected sucker punch. And we're starting to see now that Darren Till actually wasn't all that good. Darren Till was
very true.
He was in the wrong weight class and adequately mediocre. Yeah, and then, lost to Stephen Thompson, lost to Damian Maia. Yeah, I I like Masvidal. I like what he's done with his career. I like that he started fighting bare knuckle on the street. I have a soft spot for that. But
Yeah.
I just think Easter Sunday is right around the corner.
And he's going to try not to make this good a decision because in the UFC he has 5 split decision defeats. So the judges are going in favor of him if the fight goes the distance.
Absolutely. If you want to hear that story, ladies and gentlemen, go back to our archives, and the coach will definitely. Hey, he always look for that story. Hey, it's fantastic. Hey, I loved it. Hey, he breaks it down. So if you go back to the archives and check it out, as the coach will break it down, that soft, that little soft side that he just mentioned right now. I love it. I love it.
No, one last question about this that I have.
Yeah.
With Gilbert Burns, say he gets the victory as he should. What's next? Because you got all this up top. You got Colby supposed to fight Edwards. You got Belair there not doing anything right now. You got Shabkat.
Put him against him.
You got Shabkat and Shemaev. What do you do?
He's got those options, right? And it really comes down to what the company chooses. But any of those options that you mentioned, right? Belair makes perfect sense.
Yes.
And I would give Burns the edge over Belair. I want to see Belair and Covington. I think Burns destroys Covington.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I also want to see a rematch between Usman and Burns. I think Burns does better. I think Usman's time is done. And but how long is Rocky going to stay on top? That's really,
I just want them to feed Usman the Shavkat. Just do that.
Let me ask you this, Coach.
Yeah.
For Masvidal's, because he's still currently with American Top Team, right? He's still there, right? He hasn't left the camp. He's still currently with American Top Team, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I mean, just looking at his fights, his previous fights, I don't see any change, to be honest. I don't see nothing. I don't.
No. He's the definition of an old dog. And, his motivation to flip the switch that he flipped years ago and became Street Jesus and started baptizing fools, it really wasn't about a title run. It was about
publicity.
Money.
Publicity.
Money.
Yeah.
And he changed the way he fought. He changed the way he talked. He changed the way he marketed himself. And he did a great job. But he's made the money, and he's gone as far as he can. He knows what his future holds. And there's just not, the title is not in his future. He's not on track for that. He does what he does. And, he's at the age, both the chronological age, but also the fight life age, where you're just trying to survive. You're just trying to keep the wheels on the truck, So, yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, good run. That's it. But round one then. So that's what you got. Round one TKO.
Yeah,
okay.
No KO.
KO.
Execution. Crucifixion. I think Masvidal is going to try and make a show, and Burns is going to end the show.
We get a better
I think
KO
it's going to
than
be. I think it's going to be a massive overhand right, and Masvidal goes to sleep.
Oh, go to sleep. Oh, there you go. GTS, baby.
Yep.
Director, take us home, baby. What do we got best for last?
Hopefully, yeah, perhaps, maybe. We have, goddamn, one of the scariest fighters in the history of the world ever. And the style bender is Israel Adesanya. And coach.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what Izzy's going to have to do different. That fight was just so, in my opinion, technical and out of my visual skill set that I don't know what he's going to have to do to win ever against Potera. Potera? What is his name? Potenya?
Pereira.
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 No, it's a nickname. It's a stone.
Potan.
Pluton, but it's Fajita.
Right. No, I know his last name.
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually pronouncing it correctly? Okay.
Me? I respect
No.
Yeah. So Pereira just never stops coming forward ever. He never finds new combinations and ways to start and finish those combinations. I don't see how Izzy is going to win this fight. I don't think he's ever going to beat him. And if he does win one, is it going to matter? Like, you're only as good as your last fight, so maybe we'll see. If he wins this one, does it erase the first 3 fights? I don't know. They're going to have to fight like 5 more times for them to be even. That being said, I think Alex takes it in 2. I think a TKO. I think Izzy's going to come out and think that he has to be more aggressive, and that's exactly what Alex is probably ready for, and he's just going to fucking finish him like a 2 or 3 hit combo like he did Strickland. That's what I want. That's what I hope happens. And those odds are really close. Those are not big odds. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then for the first time, we're seeing Izzy as an underdog.
Was he not the underdog in their first fight? I thought he was.
No, he was the favorite.
He's the favorite.
He's the favorite in this one too.
I saw it different, and I guess this is new, right? Because I'm looking at 48 hours.
Different odds. Yeah. It has him listed. It has Izzy as the number 2.
This is the second fight.
Oh no!
It has a C next to
the champ. Is Fajita Adesanya. The 2 is just this is the rematch.
That's the okay. Oh, okay. I thought that was Izzy's ranking.
No.
I got okay.
Oh, okay. So that's what it is right there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny how Pereira pretty much told Izzy, like, man, it's like he said after he beats Izzy, he's gonna send him to the right place where he belongs, and that is in WWE. Wow, he literally said that. I'm gonna send you to pro wrestling, son. You want to do all those badass entrances, want to be wrestling? Well, there you go. I'll send your ass back, packing over there while you're at it. I'm like, wow. Yeah, Alex is coming with really, really hard, strong words from the champ. Love it. And, of course, Izzy said, he mentioned in the press conference, okay, I'm mentally different now. I'm going to put everything where I got. This is all I got. This is my last chance. I'm afraid I got some bad news, Izzy. This is your last chance, and you might want to try with Vincent Kennedy McMahon and out there to see if you can be booked for SummerSlam or something. But I got the champ retaining, and I got him. Actually, I'm gonna choose round 4 on this one. And I think same. I don't know. Well, the last fight was the last round, right? The 5th round was the last fight. I'm trying to remember. I think it was.
I think it was 4.
5.
4?
5.
They went 5. All right. Well, I mean, they captured the 5th. All right, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So I think this time will be 4. I think Izzy is going to give everything to Alex what he got. I hope that Alex comes with a better strategy defensively, because that's my concern from the last fight. Like, man, you were taking too many hits, buddy. You gotta come in. You gotta come in strong. Don't be like your boy Glover. I know you want to be like your boy Glover, like taking the hits in the last minute. Okay, no. Let's do some strategy here. Let's do like some defense, and catch him. And hopefully he does, And I say KO round 4. Alex retains Izzy. That he's done. Move on. Go to pro wrestling if you want. Go to another division. Doesn't matter. Whatever we want to do. But I don't feel. Something tells me that mentally, the last fight that Izzy lost, I don't think he's there completely. So seeing that press conference, seeing the embedded, I don't see him there. He sounds confident, but I don't feel it. Something tells me that I don't feel that in him. I think he lost his confidence after the last fight. And he knows this is his last time. Even with Izzy mentioning, I make this guy. If it wasn't for me, he would not. Well, wait a minute. I don't know about that. He made himself. He beat your ass outside of UFC. I don't know. You can claim that you made him.
Well, Fajita said the sole reason for him joining the UFC was because of Adesanya.
all that
and the
shit
fact that
talking.
he beat him.
Yeah, and the fact that he beat him. So it's okay. If I can beat him outside of the octagon, why not? I could put him in his own home, the UFC, and he did it, and rightfully so. So he can. Could he do it again? I believe he can, because I don't feel Izzy's mind is not 100%. I think the last fight and the last couple fights it got to him. Alex is a scary man, heavy hitter. That's why I feel that Alex could. But I say they're going to go to the distance, the fourth round, and I think Alex is going to catch him this time. Unless, hopefully, he comes with a better strategy defensively. But Alex retaining, round 4. Knockout. That's what I got. Go for it, Bakley. What you got?
I think the WWE would be a good price for him, but when you're the middleweight champion, you can't go to the WWE, and I think that's what Adesanya is going to do, because I feel like he's going to dominate this fight, just like he did the last one until he got caught in round 5. I give Fajita all the credit in the world. His coaches told him what he needed to hear. Round 5, he was down 3 rounds to 1, and the one round that he had was a close round where it could have been 4-0 going into it, but he came in desperate and he got the finish. But the way he was just fighting there, I felt like Adesanya was a step ahead of him speed-wise. He started to grapple a little bit. He took Fajita down. He had the perfect game plan. It's just that he got caught. It happens. Like, sooner or later, something like that can happen to you, and it happened to him. And I'm actually on the opposite with you with the way he's been talking. I think he's motivated. He came in. He said to the cameras, "Fuck the belt. I'm in this because of my legacy. I need this for my legacy. The belt is just a prop here. If I lose this, everything that I've worked for up until this point means nothing, because this guy will have beaten me 4 times, and I can't have that on my conscience. I got to be ready for this one. He's going to come in here motivated. We've seen this going into fights. When he's not motivated, he's born and he wins. But when he's motivated, he goes in there and he puts on a show. He showcases his skills. And I feel like he's going to do that because I feel like he has the better MMA skills. I think Fajita is the better kickboxer, but when it comes to MMA, you can't just be a great kickboxer. You need to add a little bit more to the game, and I think that's
he can because he's doing it.
But just like I said, I'm not taking anything away from the last fight with Fajita winning, but we saw how much Adesanya was dominating that fight up until that 5th round, where Fajita was being very aggressive. He didn't care if he got hit because he knew he had to do that. I don't see him trying to do that. I don't see him trying to do that for 5 rounds, where he's just too aggressive to the point.
Jiu-jitsu, and he was getting up from takedown attempts.
I would say Izzy was winning, but I would not call that dominant. I don't think he was dominating. I think he was ahead.
Yeah, Flair was defending against all of the grappling techniques. He wasn't in any bad.
But he took him down for twice. And
he was ahead. He was ahead. He was winning the rounds, but he wasn't beating that ass. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
But I got Adesanya here. I got him by decision. I think he's the quicker guy here. He's going to come in motivated. I think he's the better grappler, in my opinion. And I think he's going to use all of that. I don't think just in the matter of a few months, Alex Fajita is going to be able to put enough in to deal with that. He does have the power. He can knock out Adesanya, but is he going to do that? Or is he going to do what he did last time and wait until round 5 to then click in? Oh, now I got to be aggressive. Because he's more of a guy that thinks ahead of the game, where he's kind of, I'm not saying passive, but he tries to make his opponents walk into things.
Right.
But Adesanya is not going to do that.
Right. And to your point, Izzy has the blueprint on how to win this fight. It's very much like the last fight, just don't get knocked out. Right? But he has the blueprint on how to do it. See, so here's the thing. I don't like Izzy as a person. I find him completely unlikable. I find him false and insincere, and I just do not like him. But I also really don't like you look at his fight history, and some of his performances were phenomenal, but most of them were dog shit. Most of them, he was ripping off the customers. And that was him. That was his choice. That was how he chose to engage his opponent. So I really dislike him. I have met Alex. I know Glover.
Is he a nice guy? I heard he was really nice.
You know, to be fair, I don't speak Portuguese.
There you go.
Did you see his Pokemon jacket he got this weekend? It was so nice. He looks
that Pikachu.
There's so many jokes. There's so many jokes with that.
So with Potan, I think he's the Deontay Wilder of MMA. He's got the freakish, unexplainable, unbelievable power that just touch, sleep. But so we look at the last fight, and it's like, okay, well, Izzy found the advantage by grappling. Okay, well, Potan, his training partner, is one of the best MMA grapplers on the fucking planet. So, okay, well, Potan has been training for that aspect. Also, Potan knows that if he keeps the belt, the next person that he's fighting is going to be a much better grappler than Izzy, because everyone in the division is a better grappler than Izzy. But Izzy almost won the last fight. Izzy has also been training. He's been reading. So this is not as easy as I thought it would be. My initial when I saw the rematch, I was like, man, Potan it's 3-0. They fought 3 times, and Potan, out of the 3 fights, has knocked out Izzy twice. So why would you bet the other direction for the 4th time? Why? That's just silly. It's 3-0. Why would you expect Izzy to be able to make it happen? But Izzy has some phenomenal coaches. However, I will say he was, from what I've seen in the press releases, his S&C guy is dog shit. He's a fucking con man. So that could be concerning. Yeah, I don't know. So again, I'm gonna go with my bias. Fuck Izzy. Potan's gonna knock him out.
I love it. I mean, yeah.
Oh my god! 1 round, he said first round.
First round, he's gonna knock him out in the first round. I think he's just gonna go out there and land that power.
Jab flying knee.
Yeah, who knows?
Right?
V trigger right to the head.
Actually, that's a little too unrealistic. And Potan does start slow, so let's say it's a 2nd round knockout.
There you go.
But again,
he's measured.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is, I think it's too close to call, and I'm just going with my own personal biases. I don't like Izzy, so I want Potan to win. There you go.
There you go. There you go. The coach, Mr. Bias himself. No, fuck Izzy. I'm just Alex. Oh, I love it. Oh man, this is gonna be a great card. And I'm excited this Saturday in Miami, Florida. This is going to be awesome to see. And I'm looking forward to recap this with you fellas, because I'm really excited for it. But before we close it out, any other final thoughts, Director, we want to say before we close it out here?
Izzy loses this, he's not going to get a title shot anytime soon. So coach's blessings be damned. That might be what ends up happening.
Just don't go back to light heavyweight.
Yeah, that would be not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Go back to light heavyweight.
Can you imagine Israel Adesanya versus Yuri Prochazka.
It'll
be a good fight. It'll be a good fight until it's not.
Oh my god!
I can picture that now, not knowing what Yuri is going to look like, but that
twice. He's literally twice as big as Izzy.
Oh my god! If I were Izzy, do not go back to light heavyweight. Don't try it. You tried it once, you failed. It's unfortunate, but hey, either that or go to try a different sport. You know, like I know you said it basically.
Stick to Twitch, homie. Stick to fucking Fortnite.
Stick to Fortnite. There you have it. Hey, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Right here.
Quick, Director, what is Fate Destroyed's handle on Instagram?
FDS Band. FDS Band Official.
Band Official. Log on to Instagram, go on to FDS Band Official, and vote for.
Oh, thank you, there you go. Let's do it.
That's amazing. I appreciate that. So we are trying to get a 3P back at the Blue Ridge Rock Festival, which is the fan-powered festival, which it's kind of really not. They sort of pick who the fans vote for. But the more you drop our name in their comment section, the more likely we are to 3P on that. We'll be the first band to ever play it 3 times in a row. It's in one of the stories, but if you go to the Blue Ridge website, you'll find it. Yeah, click on the stories. You'll figure it out.
Okay. Let's see.
That one.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Go to the Blue Ridge.
Don't leave it on our page. Go to their page and just tag our name in their comment section on Instagram and Facebook. The more, the better. We're also playing Summit Fest this September. They're having an emo night, which is like a DJ-inspired thing hosted by Michael Vampire. He's the homie. Toured with him back in the day.
Oh, wait,
yeah, it's in Ohio. We're gonna be chilling like some villains.
Akron, Ohio.
I don't know what the next story is. It's probably me. Yes, it is.
Look at that sexy beast. Oh man, good shit. That's a good Papi Chulo right there. He's getting sexier than anybody a minute. That's right. Hold on. Let me put it for Blue Ridge. So there's Blue Ridge, so everybody would know because I want everybody to see it. So there we go. Blue Ridge Rock Fest. So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, go to Blue Ridge Rock
Fest. That middle one right there. You got it. That's it. Nope. Up one. There you go.
Yep. Right.
That's right. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure Blue Ridge.
Look at that. You already did it. I already did it. Titantron did it 4 hours ago. Thank you, Anthony. I love you.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, do it. Do it now. Do it as soon as possible. If you're watching this, replay, do it now. So
appreciate
vote
that.
in. FDS Band Official. So we need FDS back 30 years in a row. They kicked ass the last 2. 30 one's going to be a hell of a charm. Book them. Get them in there. Vote now, ladies and gentlemen. Vote now. And when is the last day? When is the last day to vote? By the way,
I have no idea. Just keep going until this is done. It doesn't have a date, so just keep going.
There you go. If there's a share bigger, there you go. One more time, guys. Make sure you go and do that. Do that, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back next week, next Wednesday. We'll be back with the aftermath here. On, of course, COD and the Bloodline Entertainment Network. You're watching this on Twitch, on COD, Bloodline Entertainment Network, on Twitch as well, on YouTube and our Facebook COD, and Twitter COD. Don't forget to follow Coach Rage Iron right here, baby. Right there, right below the description. You can follow him, and also you can follow FDS as well on our link tree right there. You can follow the director too, Papi Chulo. No, he's not called Papi Chulo on Instagram, but he's our Papi Chulo. But and of course, the man with the IQ that, man, you better tell these betting odds what the hell's going on, because this is some crazy shit. Especially for, is he the favorite? I thought he was underdog. I guess not.
Hey, maybe Vince McMahon had something to do with that, with this merger that just happened the other day.
I know. I can't wait till we get into it this Saturday on the COD, the flagship show for that. But man, ladies and gentlemen,
can anyone explain to me what's going on with that? Like, I know that there's a buyout on the horizon and a merger, but
okay, I'll sum it up for you. It's very simple. It's not a big deal. It's not as a complicated deal as some people are making it out to seem. Endeavor, which is a giant corporation of entertainment owned by Ari Gold.
Yes.
They own a bunch of shit, and they have a bunch of high-level investors like Ben Affleck and Jake Gyllenhaal, and all these celebrities are big investors. They bought the UFC a couple years ago. That was that big $4 billion deal. They just did the same thing for the WWE. So now Endeavor at the top owns both of them. Now they're not merging. It's just the same parent company at the top.
Right.
So it's like when Viacom owns, fucking Comedy Central and Fox. It's just like
CBS
that.
And yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not.
They got a great price on it because the stock market for the WWE was on the way down, so they got a better price on the dollar for it when they did the merger.
Do we know the number? It wasn't in the 4 billion for sure.
9
billion?
9.3 billion.
Jesus Christ.
But those are Biden dollars. So okay.
So the company Endeavor
now
now
closer to 4 billion last 5 years ago. I don't think Izzy can do professional wrestling. I don't think he has the charisma to actually pull it off. He certainly doesn't have the physique, and he does not have the look. So, fuck Izzy.
And on that note, I'll see you guys.
My God. But yeah, so that's what happened pretty much with the Endeavor coaches. Pretty much before we end the show, that's what pretty much happened. They're gonna merge. They're gonna make it a one public traded company between UFC. And
it's now worth at $21 billion now.
$21 billion now between the two because it's a $12 billion, 9.3. Now it's like a $21 billion will be a public traded company. So we'll see how that's going to turn out to be. But man,
until the UFC monopsony lawsuit comes crashing down, then the world changes. But
yes,
that's for another time.
We'll get into that soon. So I got a show for we can do that for sure. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Brazil as well. Thank you for keeping us going.
Obrigado.
Thank you. You guys are listening to this audio time all the time. I love it. Until then, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Good night, everyone.